Fungua huko mbele. Hata yalikuwa amekuja leo. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. For we'll go. We shall overcome someday. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Ruto will go. Ruto will go. Ruto will go someday. Once again. Ruto will go. Ruto will go. Ruto will go someday. Thank you. So, members of the press, with me, with the senior Maanzo advocate, Mr. Kiragu Adhuta advocate, Mr. Jomo advocate, we are all, and Mr. Mageto Mila advocate, and Ms. Chege advocate. We are all representing the member of parliament for Juja constituency, whom you know that he was arrested for speaking the obvious, that the government has been expending money without accountability, and therefore when he sought to exercise his power to hold the government to account and oversight, he was then accused of having made remarks that did not go very well with those people who do not think that they can be criticized. Those people who still think that we are living in the KANU era. I think the blood is still running thick in their veins. The KANU blood is still running thick in their brain, in their veins. Therefore, today we were coming for the bail application, which you have done. They are saying that Honorable Koimburi should not be admitted to bail for reasons that are baseless and frivolous and vexatious. But the court has been able to admit him to bail, pending a ruling, a substantive ruling on the same matter. And that's why we have him today. As a free man, and that's why we are saying that through the use of the law we shall overcome all these challenges. May I invite Mr. Mahanzo, then invite the others.
Maybe the case that he was arrested on was for cybercrime.
He was arrested, and that is what surprises us, that when he was arrested on Tuesday, he was accused of cybercrime, that he made verbal pronouncements that according to the DPP and the DCI amounted to cybercrime. only later yesterday to change the charges when they realized that the charges could not attach, that they were baseless. They changed charges and brought trump-up charges against Honorable Koimburi, which we are now facing before this court. All those charges you saw yesterday are charges that the court has sufficiently dealt with in the past. Yeah. So the issues of that he said Mr. William Ruto and his government has spent over 13 billion advocating for Mzee Raila Odinga has been dropped. But the question is, whom does Mr. William Ruto think he is that is not it should not be questioned? In which country does he think he lives in that cannot question his conduct? This is our money, it's our tax, and we shall continue asking him. Even if they zip Honorable Koimburi, we shall speak and we shall ask, why did you spend our money on Mzee Raila?
Yes, I want to say that the court case originally framed against the member for Juja, Honorable Koimburi, is not what was brought to court. The High Court had already released him on bail. Kiambu police station disobeyed the High Court and kept him and even brought him here. When we arrived here, they revived an old case which the DPP had withdrawn. That particular case, we are willing to handle it. But that does not make us forget the main reason why Mr. Koimburi is in trouble. I want to encourage the honorable member to make a motion on the floor of the House and question the expenditure which went on in African Union campaign so that the country can know and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs can explain and the Office of the President can explain. Because Kenyans need to know under Article 35 of the Constitution all that information so that Kenyans can know how much of their taxes were spent. This case is just a trumped-up case. We know who started it previously before it was withdrawn. It has no evidence, to be supported in this court, and will be showing that during the trial. And it's just being turned around and being mistreated and prosecuted maliciously, of which if we win the case, we shall sue the state so that it can stop, and it can stop wasting the court's time by political trumped-up cases to mistreat people who question the government as to the expenditures, and this is part of his job to oversight the government. He also one of the biggest things a member of parliament can do to oversight government, and for that matter, National Assembly, is even to move an impeachment motion. So nothing stops him from taking a motion to the House, from questioning the president, from questioning the departments as to the expenditure which went on the African Union.
Maybe what has been the ruling today on the bail application?
Now, the bail application ruling will be made on Tuesday at 10. He's already been released on bail. The terms of the High Court were adopted by the Magistrates Court, the Chief Magistrates Court, and he's a free man now, but will come on Tuesday to rule, for the court to rule whether the objection to bail can be sustained. And in fact, they have not given any reasons stipulated in the Constitution why he should be denied bail. The only thing Kenya Kwanza is hoping, they are only hoping that he can be denied bail. Then if he doesn't show up in Parliament for 8 consecutive days, then he can be removed as a member of Parliament. So the whole application is political, it's unwarranted, and it's meant to mistreat the Honorable Koimburi, who is innocent and has denied all the charges against him. The charge, they were trying to say that he was disrespectful to court, has been rejected this morning by the court. It had no basis. It was a frivolous charge and has been rejected. So we go back to the old file, which had already been withdrawn.
You can have
Jomo.
So today we are very happy, and since yesterday we've been here in Kiambu, and today we've seen, we were heard at length on the bail application. We argued, the DPP came with the arguments why Mheshimiwa should not be released, but the court will do justice. So far we are comfortable, but going forward, let us not manage politics through the criminal justice system. Let us not do prosecutions of persecution. Let us not persecute people through prosecution. So we will do our best as lawyers. Mheshimiwa, we will support him. And for all Kenyans, we urge you, wherever you are, stay calm. The court will deal with the case judiciously and fairly. Thank you very much.
Maybe we saw you introducing a miscellaneous application. Why?
The DPP came with an application to oppose the release of Mheshimiwa on bail. Basically, they are saying this person is not fit to be released on bail. But the High Court on 18th had already admitted him on bail in another application. So Mheshimiwa is fit for bail. So that argument cannot go anywhere. So that is the application that is before the court, and then the court will also set the terms of the bail on Tuesday. But for now, the terms that were given on 18th by the High Court are the ones that have enabled Mheshimiwa to be free. So he's a free man. He obeys court orders. He brought himself today to court, so he cannot abscond court. So let us wait for the court to do its job. We are sure, we are confident that the court will deal with that matter fairly and justly.
In just a minute, what we said on Tuesday is that Honorable Koimburi's role as a member of parliament is to oversight government. He has not done any mistake, he has not committed any crime in asking why money was spent wrongly. So that what we want to tell Kenyans is that we have courts, we have a judiciary that is working. Police officers may harass people, the DCI may harass people, but we have seen that today the courts are working. So that people should not fear asking questions, people should not fear criticizing government, because at the end of the day, even if police officers harass us, we have the courts to protect us. Courts are the last resort, and we say thank you to the judiciary for seeing through this so that Kenyans can speak without fear, Kenyans can speak their minds, and at the end of the day, the judiciary is the protector of our rights every day. And the advocates here, we are ready to defend everyone who speaks the truth, because we are not fearing. We have to tell the truth as it is. Thank you very much.
We saw yesterday they protested for rearrest. Maybe
there was that. We don't want to speak much to it, but we are very keen to ensure that justice is done. Even if they arrest anyone today, tomorrow we still come to the court to defend what is right. So that because what we have seen is that even with orders, they are not willing to comply. But the courts have been very stern that they must obey court orders. So we are hopeful that the judiciary will maintain that, so that at the end of the day, Kenyans will speak, knowing that they have a protector of their rights within the judiciary.
And in the event for that lay arrest, he is already also again admitted on anticipatory bail. He's also already been freed on bail by the police. So if there is any other charge, we are ready for them.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. If in our hearts we shall overcome. We shall overcome.
Unasikia alikuwa anataka kushika.
Overcome. We shall overcome someday. Deep in our heart, we do believe we shall overcome. We shall overcome.
Hey,